Summer Saga, episode 1. Hi, happy summer. It is June 2nd, and after a hectic start to my summer, we are finally back on somewhat of a summer schedule. It is currently, I don't even know what time because I don't have, it's like, I think 1-ish, and I'm headed to the gym, but first, we're gonna stop at my school because I need to water plants. So let's run up to my school so I can get that done before I go lift some weights. Back in my room, and I mean, my plants look like they're doing pretty okay. Some of them definitely need water. My string of pearls, I have some that are like taking off. Hold on. Okay, so we've got, I mean, these spider plants are doing pretty good. I'm not surprised those are dead, but also it's like got new growth. These are doing pretty good. This is one of my coworkers, the math specialist, got this for me for my birthday. I love it. But yeah, no, it's shaking. My pothos is doing pretty good, and I mean, we've got some new growth happening, so that's good. My string of pearls is, I'm sure it's like trying to reach the very limited sunlight in here, but it looks like it's doing pretty good. Got a lot of new growth with that one. So, okay. My nose is all watery because the combination of AC and not asthma, allergies, that's it. My Monstera, yeah, I could use some water, and that ZZ plant could probably use some water, although it's taking off. So overall, we're doing pretty good here. Is this a mushroom? What? There's a hello? There's a mushroom. I don't, okay. All right, well, let's get some of these watered, and then with my sad little water cup to water all this, but let's go. Oh, and then I also have some, these are from, ooh, that's not doing so good. These are from, let me turn, here we go. The math specialist, again, she has air plant or snake plants. So these need, I'm letting them grow out. The roots are pretty good, so I might come back up eventually and take that home so I can repot it. But okay, let's start watering. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. I look like I'm moving out of my classroom. I tore down everything, and like I'll do a quick scan of the room so you can see, because we are starting from scratch come August. I have so many new thoughts and ideas, and I actually am going to attempt to print something while I'm here. We're gonna see how that goes, but here, took everything down from there, office, everything's blank, took everything off the walls, and then same thing. We're redoing that billboard for next year. Everything's off the walls. And then we're getting new like posters and stuff. So those are taken down. My alphabet, because I'm making new alphabet posters, but yeah. And then same thing over here. Everything's down. It's just, everything needed to come down. So now I'm gonna go in my office because I need to grab, ugh, gross, big light. I need Mod 1, 6th grade, and I need Mod 1 for 5th grade, which is right there. So I can start working on my plans, and then I'm sure my computer's dead, so I'm gonna have to plug that in so I can try print stuff, because I want to print out my alphabet chart and just make sure it worked. So BRB. They turned out so good. No, okay, so these are printed on 11 by 17 paper. So they're going to be big because they're going to go where my alphabet was before. Oh, this is going to be so much harder because I wanted everything on just one poster. So I've got like the print, the cursive, all of the vowels have the marks above it. I have 3 sounds for every vowel because short, long, schwa. I decided to not do like every possibility just because that wasn't going to fit, but I have all that. I have the ASL and I have the UEB, Unified English Braille Symbol. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so happy with how these turned out. Oh my goodness, this is... I'm so happy. Now I just need to laminate these, which I think my laminator... What up? Because I know I can get 11 by 17 sheets. My new laminator should... Keyword should... Oh, yeah, those will fit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to get 11 by 17 lamination sheets, and then I can laminate these, and they're gonna look so good on my wall. I was mainly concerned about like this part being big enough to see from like up high, but that should be fine. They should be okay. They turned out so good. I'm so happy right now. So now I need to take these home, take that home, take those home, shut down this, and then we're gonna head to the gym. I hate arm day. Okay, we're gonna make 3 stops. I'm gonna go to Office Max, and then I'm also in the process of finishing my Wichita Wicked Brew Tour passport. And I'm gonna go, I have a coupon for Jersey Mike, so I'm gonna go get a sub to eat for London, whatever this is. I don't know. This workout killed me, man. So, okay, workout done. 3 stops, shower, and then we're gonna go somewhere to get some work done. Okay. Can see it is a new day. I got home from the gym yesterday and crashed on the couch for a couple hours, and so today on my rest day we are continuing the work that I started yesterday. So I've already been to one coffee shop today, as you have seen, and I accomplished I made some vowel cards for, I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I made some vowel cards, and I'm really trying to decide like if I should run to school and print them out. Because I'm going to laminate stuff at home. Because I need to reprint 3 of my alphabet cards. I realized I did the wrong IPA thing as well. No, I'm not, because I still need to make a couple more things that I'm going to print. So I'm not going to run to school. But I think I might stop and get one more coffee somewhere to get another stamp on my passport. And then maybe I'll go to the library and work. Let's see if I can reserve a study room at the library. Hold on. Okay, library room reserved for 4 o'clock. So I've got a little bit of time to kill before I go to the library. And the reason I'm going to a library room is because I need to film something where I need to like voice over and just a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. So that's why the library room has to happen. But until then, I think I'm gonna go to another cafe, get a coffee, sit down, and then I'm reading a book right now called The Smartest Kids in the World, and it's really interesting. And I kind of want to keep reading and see what all we're talking about. Okay, here we go. So I am going to be showing you this tool that I've been using, and I'm going to be making some stuff with it over the summer. So this is a tool, it's similar to like, I use Brisk a lot. This is really similar to Brisk, except it has a couple of tools that I think are more helpful, but it's called Ed Cafe, and they are not sponsoring this video. However, I have been using the premium for free so far, and it's been really nice. And there will be a link where if you want to try it out and maybe get a subscription yourself, you can do that down in the description. But let's look at my Ed Cafe. So I have a few things, as you can see, I've already done. Now, the big thing about Ed Cafe is it's a few tools. There's not like a whole bunch of options to do things, and I appreciate that it's pared down a bit and is more geared towards teachers. And then they've got these two categories. My personal favorite for activities and assessments, I like the YouTube quiz, and then I like the flashcards. And as you can see, I've already tested it out. So YouTube quiz, pretty self-explanatory. It just goes through and like asks questions based on YouTube videos. And I've used this before when I was working at the international school. I haven't used it with my current kids because I don't have like my own class, but this is definitely a tool I can make and then share with other teachers. That's the nice thing about this too. I can like send the links out and other people can use them, and that way it's not like a whole bunch of like make your own. I can also just share directly. So there's that one. Of course, it's teacher help tool. So there's a lesson plan option where you can create a lesson plan. This is based on, we were reading Percy Jackson. And so this Greek gods lesson plan just helped me get on paper what I wanted to do and how I wanted to activate some background knowledge about the Greek gods. And it's really nice because you've got your objectives, you can put in the standards, it gives you a vocab list if you ask for it. It's like any tool, it will work as well as you use it. That sounded dumb. I'm freestyling it here. We don't do scripts on this channel. One thing I did find very interesting was this chat bot. I was about it, but I think used in specific circumstances, it can be used quite well, actually. So I created this chatbot, and this was specifically to help students who are doing an independent study project. And I found it very interesting because, first of all, you come up with a role for the chatbot. So I said, you're an experienced exhibition coach who wants to help craft a single, concise, and globally significant central idea. Then it walks you through the guided steps, and this is all stuff the chatbot created. This is just explaining to you how it works. The interaction guidelines, you get to choose like what greeting message you want it to have, and then you can add even more stuff to be specific. So then once you've created it, one thing I appreciate is that you get this report. So these reports are all of my students answering, and you can see like how much did they talk to it, so I can be like, oh, go back and try again to like get your central idea narrowed down a bit more. So this student, we keep going, and it just shows their chat history. So I can see what the prompt was, how they responded. And I found this really helpful when I was working with these kids because it helped me get a better idea of what they were working on and how they wanted to make their project their own. Now, this, like I said, it would depend on the kids. I used this with my high level kids, but it was really cool to like go through and see them all go through it. And then you can download this as well. So like if you need a hard copy or you just need to submit this somewhere, which is also really nice. Now, if I go back to my library, I also have a folder started because I also made some flashcards for my vocab words for my 6th graders especially. This was put together entirely on Ed Cafe, and the thing I really like about this is you can assign it directly in here, and you can put it in Google Classroom, or let me show you what this looks like when you assign them. So I'll copy it, paste that link, and then this just pops up. And this looks like, so I had already started this, but this is what it looks like when the kids, so conservation, and then it flips, and then they can choose, oh, I got it wrong or I got it right. Obviously, this is for, I would use this for practice. I wouldn't use this for assessment because kids are gonna, oh yeah, I know it every time. But that, I really like how this gives the option to practice online too. Now, let's go back and let me show you a little bit more in depth how to do this. So I hit create new and let's make some flashcards. Okay. What I like about this is how easy it is to use, and I can give it as much of a prompt or as little as a prompt as I want. So let's use these words from mod 2. So I am going to copy. There we go. So copy, and I'm going to do text, paste, boom. Just straight from my spreadsheet. I want to do term and definition, but we can do all these options. We have question and answer, vocabulary cards, true or false, fill in the blank, or custom. I'm going to do vocab cards this time. So the front is the vocab word, the back, all of these, and you can get rid of, so let's say synonyms. I want to add antonyms. Antonyms. Okay. Automatic. This one I can add images later. I can automatically add them to the front or to the back. So let's add them to the back. And then I want this to be in English. I do appreciate that there's a lot of options to choose from, especially when working with your ESOL kids, because we had a Vietnamese kid this year and she was fresh from Vietnam, so we did a lot of translating for her, but just having all of these options is super nice. All right, generate, and then give it a second. I'm gonna give it a second. There we go. And it's doing everything for me. Now, it is pulling images directly from the internet, and just like any tool like this, it's 80-20. It does 80% of the work, 20% is me just double checking and making sure. So like this one, for loophole, let's change that picture. Oh, it's still generating, that's why. There's a lot of vocab words in each. Oh, we did champion. So like this is what I mean, where it's like it took the brand champion, so I'm gonna have to go in and change that, which is fine because I don't have to go find an image for every single one. Or this one, notorious, I'm assuming because infamous and reputation. So like this one you're gonna have to, like you'll have to go through sometimes. Tempest, which I'm gonna be finding pictures for this anyway, so if there's some I don't have to find, that's gonna be nice. but okay. All right. So now, so like avatar, diva, deva, divine, epic. So like if I were to go in and let's pick one to change, dharma, genre. So let's say, where was that one I was going to change anyways? Okay, let's change this because this is not a helpful picture. So I'm going to hit edit and I can search. So let's just search for cunning, see what pops up. Yeah, fox, that makes sense. What happens if I do tricky? Sneaky. Let's try that. This is a really fun game of how many synonyms can I think up. And this is, yeah, where that 20% work comes in. I'm sorry, did they redo the Junie B? They've redone the Junie B. Jones. Incorrect. We're forgetting that existed. Okay, so let's do cunning child. There's no K in child. So let's do this one for now. And then it's easy to replace. Avenge. Okay, obviously I still need to go through and do this later, but for an example, so let's save that. This is grade 6, mod 2. And then I'm saving it to my Wit and Wisdom grade 6 folder. And then it takes a while to save stuff, but it also generates a lot of things. Okay, here we go. So it gives you an overview of everything. And then another thing I like is that it will read the cards to you.
Avatar.
So that way students can check how it's pronounced. For kids who don't know that word, it's really good to help them learn that word. And then you can assign it. So this is what it would look like from the student's end now. So I have the code. I'm going to paste that. And okay, so this is what it would look like. Has the name, explains what we're doing, and then we can do flip mode or we can do matching mode. I'm gonna do flip mode and I'm gonna shuffle it. And then I'm gonna put my name because it will generate a report. So we have the card, flip it, picture, the pronunciation, definition, example sentence, synonyms, and then some antonyms. And then again, the kids can pick, oh, I knew that one, goes on to the next one. And they can keep going through and practicing so that way they've got those definitions down from the book. This is a tool you can use with a lot of other resources and a lot of other methods to help them work on their vocabulary. And I really, really, really like how easy it is on me to make things like that. Now, I wonder if I can, not yet. So, once a kid finishes that, you have this view report, and this is where it pops up how many times someone has submitted it, the average and the median time, obviously. You can see the cards again, but then it'll list out everyone who's done it, and you can go back and double check that and see, okay, so these kids are really got these words down, we can kind of move on, or like we need to practice this word a lot. There we go. All right, so that's the flashcards. Now, another one I really like is this teaching resources button. So if I click that, what am I teaching? So one of my first units is the Nuzpurse. There's people outside. This will come up with a whole bunch of resources that I can look at and use when teaching. This is be super helpful for like extra resources for science and social studies. This is really good, especially for if you have like MTSS groups. This is good to find information on MTSS. So like, especially this one, Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce, goes right along with Wit and Wisdom 5th grade module 1. So it comes up with some articles. So I can grab, this is straight from the Nez Perce tribe. Awesome. Let's check this one out. Information about the Nez Perce tribe. That'd be great to have kids look at that for some more context. All of these options, and you can always find more. If I don't like any of these, let's find more. Slide decks, different slide decks about the Nez Perce that are online, videos you can look at. So all of these you can pull from to make lessons that make it a lot easier. I'm pretty sure this one actually is from Wit and Wisdom. Yeah, this goes directly with. So that has been really helpful when it comes to, oops, so I can save that again. Wit and Wisdom, grade 5, mod 1. Let's just save that to my library. Boom. Now, last one I'm going to show you is that YouTube quiz that I was talking to you about. So, YouTube quiz is a really nice way to have just like a comprehension check if you have kids watch a YouTube video. So let's go back to my library. Oop. And here we go. Let's find one of those videos. Okay. Here we go. Watch on YouTube. All right. I'm going to snag that URL, and I'm going to go to YouTube quiz, paste that URL, give it a second because again it's thinking. There we go. And then let's see, multiple choice, short answer. I want to do short answer because I want them to, come up with their own answer. Let's do 5 questions just for this. And then here we can also put some standards if we wanted to do specific standards. So for this one, let's say I want my students to, students need to use complete sentences with correct punctuation. Okay, let's generate that. You could copy and paste some standards there. And then there we go. Comes up with all of these questions. And this is just basic. I mean, you could specify this too, like drop in whatever standards. These are just basic questions because I didn't give it too much of a prompt. So let's save that. Nez Perce video questions. Boom. Library, save. And then again, assign it. Let's copy that link, and then this is what the kids would see. Put my name. Let's go. Video's right there. Questions are right there. All set up on their screen for them so they can answer it. And then let's just answer. Yeah. All right. Man, my spelling is questionable at best. All right. Now it gives some AI feedback, which you'd have to teach kids like how to interact with AI, and then I would still go through and double check all of these. But if I go back now, boom, 1 new submission. Let's view the report. Oh, look, it's me. I did it on June 3rd at 4:50 p.m. I spent 20 seconds on it. So it gives me the question, the answer, and then the feedback the students got. Now, this is something that would be really good for a quick check or just a quick way. I would love to use stuff like this for like sub-plans. This would be great to leave for substitutes. Just leave the link and then a basic overview of what they're doing. Same thing with like subplans, or just anytime it's like I can't teach new material or I can't leave like an actual, because you know how it is, teachers, we've gotten to a point where you can't necessarily leave specific lessons to be done, and this is a really good option to stay on track content wise, but it's not exactly a specific lesson from your curriculum that has to be taught. So like I said, this is a new tool I've been kind of exploring throughout the year. I am definitely going to continue using it. I really like it. If this looks like something you would want to use, again, a link down in the description to check it out. But EdCafe is a tool that I have been using a lot to help me throughout this year. So if it looks like something you want to try out, I highly recommend it, because anything to make my job a bit easier and get rid of some of the tasks that don't require the teacher brain, because there are those tasks that require your teacher brain, and then there are those tasks that don't require your teacher brain. This could be one of them to help you out. So EdCafe, go check it out. So I was supposed to get this video done and like posted on Friday. It's Sunday because the internet's down, and finally a guy's out here to fix the internet. So yeah, I'm just at home because the internet guy's fixing the internet. And I'm laminating my posters. I have a couple that need to be changed, but I am laminating my alphabet posters, and that's how we're gonna spend this Sunday. And then I start STEM camp tomorrow. So this has been fun. This has been a fun little summer saga episode 1. I don't know what the next one's gonna be. We'll see, but the goal this summer is just to get as much done as possible to make next year go a whole lot smoother. So thanks for joining me on this adventure. See ya.